and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi guys, so good to be back as always, bringing you another video. So you guys, in today's video, we're just going to jump into it. In today's video, well, if you're here for the first time or you're seeing this face for the very first time, my name is Zion with Mom and with Zion, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you for keep coming back and supporting. So in today's video, actually, I just wanted to show you guys real quick, right, the easiest way to make Nigerian Egussi soup. All right guys, the easiest, quickest way to make Nigerian Egussi soup. And I'm just going to quickly browse through the ingredients and the things that I'm going to be using to make the soup. Right, so if you're interested in seeing how I achieve this, definitely keep on watching. So you guys, these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using to make the Nigerian Egussi soup real quick. I'm going to show you guys. So I have my onion right there on the sides, and then I have the bell peppers, then I have my ugu leaves right there, and then I have crayfish, then I have the Egussi soup, sorry, not the Egussi soup, and then I have the Egussi proper, and then I have my habanero right there, and then the dry fish, then I have my garlic powder and my ginger powder. All right, and also this here that I'm going to be using to blend the habanero, not the habanero, both the habanero and the bell peppers in. So you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and start preparing the things, and so I'll carry you guys along as I head and do this. First step, I'm just going to give you a briefly what I'm going to be doing. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slice these bell peppers and blend it, and then I'm going to put it in the pot and I'm going to fry it. But just before that, I'm going to slice my onion and I'm going to fry the onion. And when the onion is halfway fried, I'm going to introduce the blended bell peppers together with the habanero. And then I'm going to blend it, I'm going to mix it for a while, let it fry for a little bit. And then after that, I'm going to introduce the Egussi. Now, when it comes to the Egussi, you guys, you can either just pour it in there like this, dry like this, just sprinkle it inside the bell peppers that is frying, or you can soak it, okay, and bring it to a paste, and then pour it inside the bell peppers that will be frying at the time. And then I also have my meat that I've already boiled to introduce the meat into the pot of soup. So you guys, I'm going to be showing you guys everything as I go along. Now this ugu leaves right here is going to be the last thing that I'm going to put inside the pot of soup. Okay you guys, so let's get started with this, slicing this and blending it. So you guys, first I'm going to go ahead and slice the onion that I'm going to be frying. Okay. I just want to say all these things that you're seeing here have been washed. I already washed everything that you're seeing here, okay guys? So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice the remaining onion, okay? I'm just going to slice it big because I'm going to be blending it with the bell peppers and the habanero. Like I said before, the habanero have been washed, the bell peppers have been washed, everything has been washed already. I don't need to slice that, just put it in there. So I'm going to go ahead and slice this. This is one of it. This is the other one. There are 3 of them. And then also the sliced onion is underneath it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and blend all of this. And then after blending, I'm going to start frying it. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and start to fry the onion. And while the onion will be frying, I'm going to start blending the bell peppers, onion, and habanero together. Now, I just want to caution that now you can use, it is my choice to use vegetable oil to make this egusi soup with. Sometimes I use palm oil and sometimes I use vegetable oil. I've just decided to use vegetable oil today, okay? And for my American viewers, if you don't know what palm oil is and you're trying to go to the store to go buy it, I'm gonna show you how it looks like. All right, you guys, so I have palm oil here. It's red in color. That's how it looks like. It says cooking oil right there. And this one is by Ola. I think it's a Nigerian brand or something like that. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so this is a palm oil. If I wanted to use palm oil, it is now that I will introduce it into the pot over there and let it heat up for a little bit, and then I put my onion inside and start frying it. But since I'm not using the palm oil today, I am going to be using vegetable oil. Ask me why, just my choice. All right, guys, the oil is somewhat hot right now, so I'm going to introduce my onion into the pot. And then at this point, you want to make sure that you reduce the fire all the way, that way it doesn't get burned. You guys, let me caution you guys on something right here, okay? Now, I said before that I was going to put a pinch of salt in the oil before I introduce the onion in there, but I didn't do that. Now, you guys remember that when you're boiling your meat, you don't just put your meat inside a pot and just boil it. Of course, you have to spice it, right? So you put some salt, you put some Maggi, you put some ginger, you put some garlic, and maybe curry if you want to. So those spices, that Maggi and salt, those spices in that stock that you're going to be using at the end of when you're introducing, instead of putting water at the end, you're going to be using the stock. So that stock already has some spices in there. So you want to be very careful that you don't put more Maggi or salt while you're frying, okay? So that it don't become too much, so that the salt or the Maggi don't become too much. So at this stage, I would say do not put any salt, do not put any Maggi, because the stock that you're going to be using from the meat that you boiled already have majority of the spices in there, okay guys? So I just had to make this point real quick. So you guys, add a little bit of water. Okay guys, as you can see, it's all blended. This is the combination of onion, habanero, bell peppers, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and introduce it in the pot of the frying onion. So you guys, I'm gonna let this fry for a little bit, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce my already boiled meat in there. That way it can fry together with this combination right here. And then in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and soak the egusi or blend it somehow to achieve a paste That's what I'm going to be adding into the pot next. Okay, guys. This is the meat right here that I'm going to be adding into the pot of frying habanero. So right now, while this is actually cooking right now, as you can see, you guys, while this is cooking right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and soak the egusi. All right, this is the egusi right here. I'm going to go ahead and soak it so that I can get a paste out of it, and that's what I'm going to be introducing in the pot next. Okay, stay tuned, guys.
The last time she was in Houston was like when my son was 3.
Oh,
so
wow.
like 12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If she can make it, I'll just come by myself to look at the houses around them.
If you can make it with her, it will be very nice. You know, women now, they like to see first. Oh my God, you're very correct. Alright, so here we go. So you guys, this is my blended habanero, bell peppers and onion that's been frying with the meat that I introduced in. It's been frying. It's ready for me to introduce the egusi. This is the egusi right here, the blended egusi. So what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and introduce it into the pot right now. So I'm going to give it some stir, as you can see, you guys. I'm going to bring the heat to medium, and I'm going to keep stirring, because the moment you leave it for a little bit, that egusi is going to burn under the pot. So I'm going to keep I'm going to keep stirring it until the egusi has fried a little bit, and then I'll introduce my meat stock and I'll let it cook for some time, and then I will introduce the ugu leaves, crayfish, and I'll taste for salt and pepper, salt and Maggi. If it's not enough, I'll add. If it's enough, then the soup will be ready at that point in time. So stay tuned, guys. So you guys, this is where we are right now. I'm gonna let it fry again for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to introduce my meat stock and now let it boil for some time so that the egusi can cook very well and not have the smell of egusi. Remember, if you do not cook the egusi very well, when you're eating it, you're going to be smelling the smell of the egusi, and you're not going to like it. So you want to let it cook for some time, that way to kill the smell of the egusi. Okay, guys, so we're going to let it fry again for the next 5 minutes, and then we'll introduce the stock in there, the meat stock in there, and let it boil for some time. All right, guys, stay tuned. So check this out, you guys. The egusi is dried enough for me to introduce the meat stock. Okay, guys, wait a second. Let me show you guys the meat stock. There's the meat stock. Okay, I'm gonna pour it in there. Lots of spices in there. And give it some stir. All right, guys. Make sure it's evenly distributed inside the pot. Finish it up. This has a lot of spices in there, guys. Now, you guys, at this stage, right? Very important. At this stage, this is where you would introduce. Okay, so this is where you would introduce your garlic and ginger. All right, guys, but the reason I'm not going to put the garlic and ginger is simple. The reason is because the meat stock that I just poured in here right now, it has ginger and garlic in there already, has Maggi and salt in there already. That's why. So at this point in time, I'm just going to taste it to make sure that the Maggi and the salt is up to taste, is, you know, is good, it's okay, so that I don't add another bunch of Maggi and salt and let it be too much. So this is where you would have introduced all that. So I'm gonna let this again cook like for another 7 to 10 minutes, so that the smell of the egusi, you will not smell it while you're eating. Okay, guys. So you guys, this is where we are. Okay, our egusi has been boiling for about 10 minutes. This is where we're going to introduce our crayfish. Okay, guys, we're going to pour our crayfish in there, and then we're going to give it a stir. All right. And then we're going to add our ugu leaves. So you guys, here's the ugu leaves that we're going to put in the pot of soup. I just have to tell you guys now, in the absence of this ugu leaves, in the absence of this, you can use your spinach. Very perfect still. You can use the spinach. In the absence of these leaves, you can use the spinach. Okay, guys? So don't feel frustrated that you may not have the ugu leaves and you know, and then you skip this step. If you don't have the ugu leaves, go ahead and use your spinach. Just like if you do not have palm oil in your house, go ahead and use a vegetable oil. It will still yield the same result. Okay, so this is how the ugu leaf looks like, guys. This is frozen. That's why it is the way it is. This is frozen. So I'm going to go ahead and wash it, and I'm going to put it in the pot because our soup is, if not ready, almost ready. Okay? So here you go. Squeeze it. So our vegetable leaves or ugu leaves is clean and ready to be introduced in the pot of soup, of egusi soup. And once we put this in and give it a stir, that will conclude the cooking for today. It will conclude the recipe for the egusi soup, okay, or the cooking of the egusi soup. Okay. Now, do you guys remember the TikTok challenge that's been viral for the fufu TikTok challenge? You guys, one of the soups that they use to eat the fufu with is this egusi soup, right, guys? Do you see how it looks so delicious right now? See how greenish? Oh my goodness. And guys, I tasted this before and it tasted so delicious. So delicious, right? So like I said, this will conclude the cooking of the egusi soup. If you have any questions, guys, comment down on the comment section below. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you have any recipes that you guys want me to make, any other kind of recipes that you guys want me to make, go ahead and DM me on my Instagram, Zion Efred. Okay, follow me on Instagram, Zion Efred, just like the name here on YouTube, Zion Efred. Okay, guys. So this video may look like a very long video. I did that on purpose. I have videos that are very short, straight, pam, 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 straight to the point. But this particular video, this cooking today, the making of the egusi soup, is inspired by the TikTok challenge. All right, guys? Because in the TikTok challenge that's gone viral, we have Americans and other countries trying out the Nigerian food, African food, Nigerian food, which is specifically fufu and okra soup or egusi soup. Those are the two soups that they've really been trying out. So I decided I was going to make this soup today for the benefit of my American viewers, those that have never at least tried to cook this kind of delicacy before. This is to benefit them. That's the reason why I had to give like a detailed explanation step by step. So that's why the video may look long. So pardon me for that. But this is for the benefit of our American or other country viewers that are not Africans. Because I know with Africans, you just boom, boom, boom like this. They'll get it like right now. You know what I'm saying? Some of them anyways. Yeah, so this will bring me to the conclusion of this video. If you did enjoy the video, please go ahead and thumbs up. Okay, comment down in the comment section below, subscribe, turn on your post notification, and I'll see you guys in my next video. But until then, you guys take care of yourselves and each other. Bye guys. Bye.